morning, as it was cold morning, and you've been holding tight here and listening to all the keynote speakers here. So I was also an engineering student, got passed out in year 2020. I have studied my engineering from Siagar Institute, Pune. So I was a computer engineer student. Frankly speaking, I was also an average student. But even I had a motive to do job in my field. So so during the third year of my engineering, I got a keen interest in the field of artificial intelligence. So I started with a course in Pune and did a internship and started working as a machine learning intern in the same organization. After that, I joined another startup in the first sem of my 5 works as a chatbot developer intern. So there I got to learn about WhatsApp business APIs, how it works, and what is the use of deep learning in that field. So I prepared a few deep learning models, image processing part, and I got a little bit of knowledge. So at that point of time, I did had a thought in my mind that I would definitely go for a job. Even my family was also not supporting me to do business. So in the second sem of my engineering final year, in the year 2020, uh, as we all know that we had a COVID breakdown. Everyone went to their homes back. We ended up with our INSEM exam in the month of March, and I didn't even went for placements as I had a keen interest in the field of AI, and all the companies that we used to had during our campus placement were recruiting for the field of full stack development and other software development. So I wanted to do job in the field of machine learning and AI. So I planned to shift to Bangalore post my engineering, and then I had a thought that there were few jobs in the field of AI at that point of time. So in the month of March, I went back to my home, and then I started doing some freelance projects. From there, I raised a little bit of money, but still at that point also, I didn't had any thought of doing a business. So one day we had a discussion in my family that my family members asked me that what you going to do exactly. So I told them, will that be okay if I go for a startup? So they were shocked that why is speaking in this way, like he was supposed to do job and why he preferred doing business and all this stuff. So I told them that usually these days people go for masters. They prefer doing MS, MBA, and all these things. So why not startup? Is there if I'll go good after 2 years, just give me a time period of for 2 years, and if it goes well, then I'll continue with the startup, or else I'll quit and I'll go towards my job. So initially, like next slide. So in the month of June 2025, I registered my private limited company. So I can tell you one thing that my startup is a $0 startup, as I can say, because I didn't took any capital from my family. I just asked them for 2 years of time period. So I registered my private limited company on June 25th, 2020, and then I started officially working as a founder of this startup. So what does my company does? So our startup, we develop customized mobile applications, web applications, ERPs, some point of sale applications. So we do all sort of software development. And as my keen interest was in the field of AI, somewhere at the back end I was developing my own product which was into video analytics. Somehow there are few limitations to it, so we have slowed down the process of development of that product. But at the same time, parallelly we develop other projects recently we have developed the application which is a mobile app to geotag the trees in the city. So it is a rule for municipal council or a government or local body to geotag the trees. So we geotag that through these bodies can geotag the trees through our application. So we launched that product in our Aurangabad city, and now I am trying to replicate it throughout the Maharashtra, and hopefully throughout pan India if we'll get the opportunity. So in this way, apart from this, I have got few more clients. I work for both government and private from Startup India. Like Magic supported me throughout this process, how to deal with the registration process of registering on this platform, how to avail the facilities that we are getting through this. Once you get this Startup India certification, you get exemption on income tax for consecutive 3 years. That is like one of the major benefit out of it. Apart from that, you get like on IPRs or logo registration, you get cost exemptions, like you get logo, trademark and other patents at a better cost, and your process gets smoother. So I avail for that recognition. And then, so next slide. So now I would like to tell you that how, now in the first session, as Deshmukh sir mentioned that why startup, why entrepreneurship. So now we'll come forward that how to do it. What is the process of doing that? So in my case also I did the same. I first of all did my self-assessment that what exactly we can do, what I am good at. So initially we have to do the self-assessment, what we can do, and then relating to that, what are the existing problems that does exist with respect to the expertise that you have got in that field. Suppose in my case, like I analyzed and I thought that I am good at connecting people, like doing networking, and I can reach out to many people. So I tried focusing on that, and depending on that I tried to develop projects, and right now I'm trying to increase my client. So after doing self-assessment, you can identify a problem. Problems are everywhere around you. You can relate it in the, not only in the government sector, also in the private sector. You have got lot of challenges. You can, depending on the problem, you just have to like identify a solution. But not only a solution, it should be like efficient solution. Efficient in the case like it should be cost efficient. It should be feasible for you at that point of time, whether it is like it is financially feasible or not, whether it is you can, like suppose you have developed a product, whether that product can be scaled up on a higher scale, whether it has that efficiency. So you need to assess that, and then you need to develop the project or whatever solution you are about to develop. After that, you can build a brand, and you can like scale up that and mimic that product on multiple clients, and then you can set up a brand. So next slide. So coming to how to make the business profitable. So in my case, even after 3.5 years of my business, I don't even feel like, as I'm working in a startup, software startup, so I don't feel like having an office. So I didn't went for a fancy things like having an office is mandatory, I can say, in the case of manufacturing units and all these things. But in my case, I didn't have thought of having an office till now. So what happens in that case? It's like, it is personally, in my case, I don't know whether it works for other people also. I'm just sharing my thoughts on it. So you just have to limit your expenses, whether it's your office cost, or you can like other expenses, or suppose you initially without any experience, you just you can do marketing and social media. Suppose you have developed a product and you just have to scale it, so you randomly go on a social platform, and you, without knowing about the target audience, you just hit on the boost button and you like sell out, you try to sell out your product. But ultimately what happens in that case, you don't know the exact target audience, and you left out getting zero results, or might be less result as compared to your expenses. So you need to do market survey also. So what sort of market survey? You're talking about, suppose you are doing some kind of expenses, you're paying out to vendors. In that case, suppose you are buying a mobile phone. So here, can anyone tell me that what is the procedure to buy a mobile phone? Is anyone interested? Like how you do? First of all, suppose, is anyone interested here to tell me? Suppose recently anyone when I bought a mobile phone and how they went through this whole procedure. Is there anyone who can share me? Raise your hand and tell me. So then I'll inform you that how I go, and then you prepare. Anyone? This side? No one. So what we do, we go on online platforms, you search for brands, you compare the brands, and then you also compare the prices on various websites like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra. And apart from that, you also go to the local dealer or the distributor, so like retailer shops, right? So in that case, what you do, you traditionally you compare the costing, you see the features, and then you evaluate, and then you order the product. So in the same case, in your business also, before doing some sort of procurement, there should be a systematic way, not a systematic, but at least you should compare the prices. In case of vegetables in the market also, when you buy a vegetable, you first ask for price to one of the seller, and then you move forward to ask to compare the rates. So this practice should be followed in the business also. There's no such like extraordinary rules and all sort of things. Business in the sense is pretty simple, but you just have to stick on to your basics. Apart from that, limitations on external dependency. What does it mean? Like, what is external dependency? Dependency means you just try to do most of your things in-house only. Like, suppose I have to design a presentation for one of my clients, then what I try to do, I go to a platform where I can design it, and like these are the small things that you can do. Or else in other case, what usually people do, that they hire a freelancer or a graphic designer or some sort of thing. But readily in the market today, there are many tools available from where you can create your presentations, your logos, your design work. Also, you can get your content through ChatGPT and other platforms also. So you just try to limit your external dependencies on, so that you can limit on your expenses. The next point is apply different strategies. Different strategies in the sense is, like, suppose you have developed a product and now you have to expand it on a higher scale. Then in that case, what you can do is, you can suppose I have manufactured a car, and now what these big tech giants do or car manufacturers do, they sold it out to distributors, and they give a dealership of that, and then through that the car is being sold. So you can apply this franchising model or distributor model. All these sort of strategies can work in your case. So these are few basic rules that you can apply to your business. This important question here, I think Deshmukh sir had also mentioned about this, but I have sort out only 4 points. That is time flexibility. Like, as you can see, today is a working day for all the job seekers. I am an entrepreneur, so I am today here available, and I can remotely manage my work also. My team is working at the back end, and still I can attend here, I can go back home, and then I can fix out all the things. So I don't have to take any kind of leaves and all sort of things. Parallelly, I can manage multiple business at time. I can do freelance work also. Currently I am doing consultancy at 2 places, and same time I am managing my business also. So there's a time flexibility that you get, financial scalabilities and opportunities. So in that case, as you all know, that business can take you to some unlimited income you can generate out of it. There's no restriction on it. You can, like, in case of package, at what highest package you can get, like 5 crore, 10 crore, not more than that. But in case of business, it's pretty much clear cut that you can generate maximum output out of it. Third is creative mindset. Yeah, this is also important one. Like, what personally I felt is, after once I have been into this journey, I have started looking at the things differently. I have a engineering sort of approach towards things. Suppose I have to buy a vehicle. In that case, I was trying to calculate that which vehicle is better, and then what output it will generate for me, and what income I get. Anyway, as you all know, a vehicle is a liability in most of the cases. But what I will get practically out of it was my end goal. So you look at the things differently. But few years back, like couple of years ago, I was thinking at a car at a different angle. I was thinking that I should buy a sports car. It should be fast enough. It should have like maximum horsepower and all sort of things. But today I am seeing that at the things differently. That how it should get, like how I could generate a profit out of it, or I can enhance my business. I am seeing at that perspective. Then the last one is freedom to choose your professional circle. Like, as Sir was mentioning in their session, that there is sort of politics going around in the corporates, and it is natural. It is everywhere. So you have a choice to set up your professional circle. You can have people around you which are like-minded, which match your thought process, and you can choose them accordingly, and you can go ahead in the same circle. Next. What magic that has played in my case. So what does magic do? Magic helping, mentoring, guiding students. In my case, recently, since last 2 years, I'm coming across many top industrialists of our city. As you all know that Aurangabad is an industrial hub. In our city, we have many vendors of Bajaj Industries. Also, we have units, larger units like Sterlite, Skoda. There are top companies present in our city where I get opportunity to interact directly with the owners of those companies, and I can have I can interact with them, and I can generate business out of it. So next is networking. So it is similar guiding. My first guide was Mr. Milind Kant, who is owner of Yashasvi Presscom, who is vendor of Bajaj. He manufactures major parts of Bajaj vehicles. So I got to learn from him. I got to learn his tactics of small things you get to observe. So apart from that, my second mentor was Mr. Prashant Deshpande, who is owner of Express Global. So he's from the software industry. So I got to interact with the top professionals of his companies. I got to interact with the team leads of the company. So I came to know how the system works in an IT company. And even our mentors are super warm. From Magic, I get mentoring on my how small things, like how you should set up a business and how you could make it profitable, how you can replicate it on a larger scale. These are the things that I got to know. And after that, compliance support. So setting up a business is not there are many more activities. It's not just about setting up a company. There are many more legal things, compliances that are associated with establishing a company. You have to pay your yearly compliances. So there are legal part. There is statutory audit once you do company registration. So all sort of things. Magic does help me out. If I am having any kind of doubt, they come across and then help me out to smoothly do this procedure. And lastly, the most important part is the financial support. Magic is associated with the state government, so also we get to know about the latest schemes. Also, there are many CSR activities going on around in the Magic, so from where we can avail for funding also. Yeah. In case you guys have any doubt, you can ask me. Is there any questions from your side? I think it was quick enough, right? Pleasing for you all, right?
How difficult or how you have taken this decision to move for the entrepreneurship?
Yes, personally speaking, everyone were clueless what is going to happen and how long it is going to last. And at that point of time, I just thought that if it is happening from sitting at our home and I don't have to do any external effort, then in that case it works now. So I didn't have any clue. Frankly speaking, I just had a try. I just wanted to give a try for just 2 years, and if it works, then I was going to continue. And today I can proudly say that I'm going to continue. I'm not going to leave it that. Any other questions? You guys can personally also ask me after, during lunch or after that. Okay. So thank you.